My name is Ryan Gillis, and I've been working in fashion for the past 14 years. I began in retail at Marshall's, which kind of cycles up to where I am now, working for the TJX Corporation. I would say that my favorite gig has been managing Hubba Hubba, which is a fetish clothier in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Sold lots of latex, lots of leather, mad corsets, ball gags, lots of fun. I have also managed a boutique in Provincetown about 8-9 years ago called Pretty Princess, which was a women's clothing store for girls, spelt URLZ, for biological females and men who wanted to be female. Lots of bigger clothing, big shoes. And I've been working in the graphics design for the TJX Corporation for the past 3 years.
My name is Erica Fredette, and I was a professional fashion model for 7 years in New York City, as well as lingerie. And I'm currently the buyer for UsTrendy.com, which is an international clothing boutique for international designers.
My name is Frederick Michael Murphy, better known here in the Boston area as Fast Freddie Murphy. I have worked in radio here in Boston for 20 years, nearly 21 now. Currently, I reside at Mix 104.1, CBS Radio afternoons, and I am the luckiest boy in the world, if you ask me. I was raised by a South Boston firefighter, and I grew up in the city. I was the first open gay radio personality in the city of Boston. Last year, I was actually elected the Grand Marshal to the Pride Parade, which I took as an honor. And I think that when I was a boy, we didn't have people like me. So it's good to be a role model and to show people that they don't have to be afraid to be themselves. I've been to the Grammy Awards, Billboard Awards, countless American Idol finales. And as I said, Boston is my home. This is what I love, and I'm doing what I love to do. And I couldn't be happier. Although I'm a gay man, the thing that I love most about a woman is the hourglass. I realize that sexy is not a size. It is something that someone exudes. But the female form itself, whether thin, zaftig, or big, can be beautiful. And I admire women of all shapes and all sizes. Sometimes I feel it's in the heart.
What do you think a corset can do to a woman?
I think a corset can do amazing things to women. I also know a few guys that a corset has done some incredible work to. I have a lot of friends that actually are drag queens in the city, and without the corset on the street, you wouldn't know Larry was lovely.
Okay. And why would you say that, why do you think women, like what women do you think would be best in a corset? Like what do you think a corset does for a female?
Well, number one, if you've ever tried one on, a corset actually changes the way that a woman stands. And when you change the way that you stand, you change the way that you feel. When it's sucked in and pushed up and your shoulders are back, suddenly a woman, no matter what size, is elegant.
Talk to us about the female form, Erica, and what you think a corset can do to a woman.
Well, being a woman, I know a lot about the female form. And I personally think that girls with curves are the most beautiful women. You need a nice shape in the waist, which is what corsets can be used for. For a good example would be the celebrity Kesha, as we all know. She's a gorgeous girl, but her waist is a little blocky. So if she had a corset, that would just cinch that right in, and it would push the bosoms up, and then suck you in where you need to be sucked in, and then keep the booty high and tight, and that is perfection to me.
What do you think a woman like who is maybe slightly overweight maybe, or lost kind of a bit of shape, what do you think they're going to feel when they get themselves in a corset?
I mean, if you have a little extra jiggle that you're not used to, or you're trying to kind of slim out, if you put a corset on, it's just going to make it really, really smooth. And what it does is it cinches the waist at your natural waist, which just brings everything together to give you that hourglass. 36, 24, 36, as they say.
Why do you think you're the best person to show a woman how to get the best shape? Why do you think you're going to be the best one to get women into shapely, nice?
Because I've tried everything. I've worn thousands of pairs of lingerie, and the ones that really make you feel sexy and look good are the corsets, because you don't have to worry about, if I turn to the side, what am I going to look like? If I turn around, what's my waist going to look like? You know exactly what it's going to look like. You know that your waist is going to be tiny, 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 and that, you know, you're going to look your best.
Talk to us about corsets.
About corsets. Thank you, Norma. Well, as I said earlier, working at Hubba Hubba for as long as I did, and mind you, this was back before the internet was huge, when one would have to go out and shop for a corset. Couldn't hop online and order one. And also, I think to get the proper fit of a corset, you need to have it on. You need to have someone cinching you up, lacing you up, and see how it looks on you before you buy it. Corsets, as was mentioned at this table, give the classic hourglass design, and I think that they are an invaluable tool for a woman who wasn't given that biologically.
What makes you think, I mean, what can you bring? So what do you think, how can you help a woman look gorgeous in a corset? What experience can you bring?
I think that I can help a woman look gorgeous in a corset because I am wonderfully honest. I know what looks good, I know what looks bad, and I will voice my opinion on both of those.
Is that sheer in the back? At the top, sheer?
Yeah.
See through. And bring it around front, please. And is that a necklace you're wearing, or is that part of the dress?
No, it's just a necklace.
It's not part of the dress. And I believe that your belt is is that a belt, or is that?
Oh, it's a belt.
It's off-centered. If you could just turn it to the left just a bit for me. I think that's a good look. Can I see you walk that way? No, turn and walk. And bring it forward again. I think it's lovely. Every woman's wardrobe should certainly have the little black dress. And this is a little bit of a variation. I like the sheer top. I like the décolleté. And I think the back as well. That could work year-round here in the city of Boston. It's lovely.
Okay, could you just spin around for me? Okay, and just let me see the front quickly. Okay, I'm loving the color. I love jewel tones. I think they're flattering on everybody. It looks beautiful with your skin tone. I'm not quite sure what this is going over your shoulder. If that's in case it rains, you can cover your head. Oh, it's a scarf. I'm not loving it. I feel like it's a little bit like a Little Mermaid Halloween costume with a lace overlay or some sort of yeah, it's definitely a costume to me. I am liking the embellishment on the bust area. I just kind of wish that it came down to your waist to be a little more flattering. Really the only thing that I'm loving about this dress is your figure in the dress.
And would you kindly remove the scarf? Indeed, Erica, I am in perfect agreement with you. The color is great, and you have got a banging body. However, this dress reminds me of those well-intentioned but still a little sad programs where people can donate old bridesmaid dresses, old prom dresses, and girls can come in who couldn't normally afford them, and it looks like that. It's just kind of sad.
But what do you think? Why do I need that? Why do I need that corset? Why do I need that corset?
Well, since the dawn of time, since the dawn of woman, they have tried to maintain that hourglass figure, that shape that attracts the eye of the man naturally.
Just talk like, rather than you're talking to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Why do I need that corset?
Well, the reason you need this corset is because no matter what shape or size you may be, this is the simple way to cinch it at the waist and give you that desirable hourglass effect that every woman wants, as does every man. So a corset can simply take what you may not like about your body and move it into the proper positions. Whether you call it a corset or a bustier, it is going to still provide the same things. I think historically, women used animal hide and tied them around their waist to bring the breasts up and to make the bosom look beautiful, as well as giving that lovely round plump shape to the backside of every female.
What's it going to do to my boobs?
It's going to bring them up and push them out. Where would you like them to be?
If you could just put a little of my question in the answer, for example, this is going to make your boobs. Tell me what it's going to do. What's that going to do to my boobs?
Well, if you can't afford the boob job, this can do it for you for a fraction of the price. The bustier adheres in the back. It's laced up and brings those boobs right up as high as you really like them. The tighter you go, the bigger and higher the boobs.
What's with the corset? What is a corset?
So with this corset, what you do is you put it on, and it laces up the back like a shoelace, and it brings everything in, and you can just pull and pull and pull and make it as tight as you'd like. Basically what it does is when you put it on, it brings the bubbies up high, high, high to give you really, really nice cleavage. And with a corset like this that has a point in the front, it lengthens your torso, which makes you look longer and leaner, which is like amazing. I have one concern about this corset, however, that it seems a little flimsy to me. Like, I feel like you'll be one sneeze away from busting this thing open. So just make sure that it's tied really tight to get you really in there. It's gorgeous.
What happens when I take it off?
Get back to reality.
I'd say you've got about a 5-minute leeway.
So my boyfriend, I've gone out for the night, I've got my corset on. My boyfriend's like, bah, bah, boom, and then I get home and it's like, hello.
Change the lighting. Light some candles.
Talk to me about what happens when I take the corset off.
So when you take the corset off, naturally, gravity will take its course. Nothing's going to be the same. Wear it as long as you can. Buy one for night. Buy one for nighttime.
You said a nice line there. It's just like, I would recommend when you go back with the corset on, before you take it off, switch the lights off. That's
Yeah.
nice. If you can sum that up.
I recommend when you go back home and take the corset off that you turn the lights off as well.
Have you ever worn a corset?
I have worn a corset. I did drag for a very brief time when I was living in Provincetown, and I can appreciate what a woman will go through while wearing a corset. They can be, to the uninitiated, a little uncomfortable at the beginning, but it's like a new pair of shoes. Wear it for a little while, you'll get used to it. Pretty soon it'll feel like second skin.
Light goes off. I get home. My boyfriend's like, wow, you got it all going on. What happens when I get home?
Oh, what happens is
When you get home with your like,
yeah, when you and your man get home, let him know that you can't wait to give him some love. But we've had a long night. Why don't you go in and take a shower? While he's in the bathroom, you can squeeze out of your corset, get underneath the sheets, and lie back. That way, everything will kind of smooth out, but go like this, and you can keep those boobs up to the front still.
Good advice there.
Thank you.
Liking that.
Thank you very much.
Is it hard to get a corset on by yourself?
I agree. I think that getting a corset on by yourself can be a little bit of a nightmare. But it's like zipping a dress up the back. Once you're able to get your arm in the back, you might. You know what? This one has clasps, but traditionally they do have the laces up the back. You can loosen the laces, pull it up over your head, and kind of keep it together. Then the next time that you go to use it, you can shimmy it down over your head, arms in the air, and then try to tighten it as best you can on your own. But it's so much easier if you have somebody there to do it.
I don't think anybody over size 12 is going to be able to do the shimmy, I'm just saying. And the other good thing about the corset is, it seems to me that everything is still easily accessible. If you get home and it's the first date or the first time, leave the corset on. Let him see you in all your glory. Explain things in the morning.
I quite like that. Talk to me about what happens to women, for example. I'm guessing not all women are going to have the perfect body shape. You know?
Certainly.
And a lot of women from different types of walks of life, if we're going to call the show the Corset Diaries, we're going to hear heartfelt stories of women who maybe have lost their figure, they've lost their man, they're having no sex. There's going to be a multitude of reasons why women are going to be coming looking for corsets. What, in your opinion, do you think would be the typical reason a woman would want one of these? Just each of you.
I think self-esteem would be the biggest.
Would want this. Always start with because they cut me out. All we need is your
Right.
answer. So why?
I think the benefit of wearing a corset is self-esteem. Maybe you haven't got to the gym in a while. Maybe you've got those kids and you just don't have the time to concentrate on yourself, but you still want to get out there and you still want to feel sexy. This can happen easily. All you need to do, grab that corset, lace it up, and watch how your body changes. Watch how your stature changes. Watch how your sexiness changes.
What about your sex life?
As far as your sex life, I think you'll see that go through the roof as well, just with your self-esteem alone.
Okay. So tell me, Erica, a lot of women suffer from self-esteem issues, big self-esteem issues. What can a corset do to revive some of that confidence?
I think that as soon as you put a corset on, it really just gives you a lot of self-confidence. It really just, even if it just makes you feel more beautiful, anything that will make you feel more beautiful, sexier, like a whole new person is going to change your life in ways. I mean, even if you wear the corset and your husband or significant other starts paying more attention to you or looking at you differently, it can completely change the cycle of your life. It can motivate you to change, or it could just change the way that you see yourself, which can change everything.
Excellent. For you, what do you think? What do you think a corset can do for female self-esteem?
In terms of
Even
what
if it's a temporary thing, you know what I mean? For that one night, for a day, for a few hours, what happens to them?
Of course. In terms of what a corset can do for female self-esteem, I would liken it to a new hairstyle, a new hair color, a brand new kind of makeup. It's new, it's fresh, it'll give you a different look, and I think that with a different look, you've got a different outlook as well. Corsets give you curves. Corsets can take a woman who's got a little bit of a thicker middle and make her look like a swimsuit model. Corsets can really change a woman's outlook on who she is.
Cool. Now, here's where we're going to go a little bit deeper, because I think for this show, we're going to fulfill it. It's got to feel like we're really tapping into women's psyche. You know, like apart from the corset, getting fitted with a corset, they're also going to share with us, share with you, their issues, their problems. So you've kind of got to almost be a little bit of a therapist as well.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's about selling something and about getting a corset, but it's about hearing, like, you know, they may have had a double mastectomy. I don't know.
Mhm.
I'm just talking a bit more deeper,
Right.
you know. So let's go a little deeper if we can about life changing and how potentially what we might share with our customers. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that if you're going through a tough time, maybe a divorce, maybe some type of an operation, and you're not feeling quite yourself or as good as you once had, I think a wonderful experience would be for you to actually get one of these corsets, put it on yourself, and gather up your friends around you and get out. Get out of the house, spend a night on the town, have dinner, do drinks, dance, and feel good again. Feel sexy again. And I really do believe for a lot of women that I know personally, this one small item could probably change the way that they think.
Nice, thank you. Okay, again, Zay America, do you think that
Center it, Matthew. Center all shots. Thank you.
yeah, on a very superficial level, we've got a piece of attire that could change the thinking, but can it actually change really? I mean, if a woman has gone from never feeling sexy or feeling like ignored by her husband or, you know, dumped by whoever, do you think a corset can really revive a little bit of self-esteem, confidence?
Yeah, I do. I think that corsets have an ability to kind of make you stand a little taller, look at yourself in the mirror and think for once in maybe in a long time, like, wow, I look sexy, I look good. Go out, you'll feel great about yourself, and people will be able to tell just by looking at you that you feel good, that you actually love yourself. Like any good undergarment, it can change the way that you move, the way that you stand, the way that you feel. It will feel like a weight off your chest once everything is held in. And I mean, people can read that. So I I totally agree. It's just like if you go out, you have a brand new outfit, brand new pair of shoes, you're looking good. You feel good, and you always have great times when you're feeling like that.
Cool. And for you as well, do you think that the superficial element of a corset goes much deeper than that?
Indeed, Norma, a superficial element such as a corset does go a heck of a lot deeper, and I'm going to liken it to my own story. I was in a physically abusive relationship for 14 years, and when I got out of it, I felt like hell. And my brother, my younger brother, had said to me, "Big congratulations." And what you need to do is now surround yourself with people who can lift you up. And that is what I went out to seek. And when I did that, after 14 years of really not looking my best, feeling my best, I went out and I found myself really drawn to leather clothing, leather jackets, leather pants, leather boots. And they made me feel tip-top. They made me feel great. They made me feel attractive to myself as well as to others. And I would say if there is a woman who is approaching me who is riddled with self-esteem issues, I would say, give it a try. Give it a try. You have nothing to lose. You can boost your body image. You can boost your self-esteem, and you can change the way that you look in other people's eyes as well. Reinvent yourself. It's what I did, and it's what I would recommend to somebody who would come to me not feeling so great about themselves.
Nice. Perfect. Lovely. To sum up, what would you do? How could you sell? What would be your sales technique in selling?
My sales technique for selling a corset to somebody is, as trite as it sounds, a before and after. Everyone's got a camera on their phone. So I would take a picture of you, and I would say, all right, gorgeous lady, here's some problem areas. I put you in a corset, and I'd say, gorgeous lady, where are those problem areas? You don't have them anymore. Your breasts are high and lovely. Your waist, I could put my hands around your waist. And you've got hips that Raquel Welch would die for. That's how I would sell a corset.
Same thing about the feeling that, the depth, in terms of selling to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You're selling a little bit of a treat. What are you selling? How would you sell it to someone?
Well, I mean, I come from a modeling background. I've been told a million times, change this, change that, lose 10 pounds, lose 6 inches. I've heard it all. And at the end of the day, you just come home and you strap something like this on, and it can really just look at yourself in the mirror and just be like, I'm perfect the way that I am. I'm not changing anything. And if you don't already, you learn to love your body, because we're all different, but we're all perfect in our own way. And I think that this can really help you see that. I mean, if I was going to sell this to somebody, show them before and after, a live demo. I'll strap this baby right on.
But you said something quite important there. You were saying that even as somebody, and I can say, you're beautiful, you're slim, you're gorgeous. It doesn't matter what shape or form you are.
It doesn't matter, because we see things in ourselves that other people don't see. So we all think things about ourselves, and somebody could look at you and be like, you're perfect. But when we look at ourselves in the mirror, that's not necessarily what we see. Everybody wants to change certain things about themselves. And I mean, this is an easy fix. Change it in 60 seconds. Completely different figure or a different girl for the night.
And do you think, even like if having something like that on for an hour, for 2 hours, do you think that is enough to tap into somebody's kind of...
Of course, I think this can, even if you just put it on for 10 minutes, look at yourself in the mirror, it can change the whole way that you see yourself. You'll be walking around with a little pep in your step for the rest of the night, thinking like, oh, damn, I look good. Like, it's just that easy. It literally takes 5 minutes. You get a compliment from a stranger, the whole day. It can change the whole day. So it's the same thing. Give yourself a compliment.
Perfect. Thank you. Mark, did you have something else?
Yeah, I'd like to Freddie to get a little bit more into the feelings and,
Okay.
and the.
Oh, yeah. I mean, from Erica. You good with Erica?
I'm good with Erica. Yeah, that was great.
Go for it, Fred. Same thing, Fred. I mean, do you think
Let's get a little deeper.
Yeah.
All right, maybe you haven't been feeling so great lately. Well, I guarantee that I can make you feel better instantly. Do you want to feel good? Do you want to feel sexy? Well, then spin around and let me strap you and lace you up into this lovely corset. I guarantee you right then and there, you'll look in the mirror, you'll stand taller, you'll feel better. This may not change you for a lifetime, but this may be just the start that you need. Try this corset on. You like the cinch in your waist? Well, you know, maybe there's some work to do with you. But maybe this corset is the thing that will get it started.
Joanna, you've got a lovely body. You're, what, 22, 23? Your, forgive me, your breasts are high and voluptuous, and you do have a nice tiny waist. What I'm going to say is that a corset would benefit you because you're 5'2", 5'3". It would give you some length in the front. It would bring those beautiful breasts of yours up. It would cinch your waist just a little bit more. However, with the point down below here, it would give you, I'd say, the appearance of maybe 2 or 3 extra inches. You're gorgeous.
Joanna, you've got curves in all the right places. I love your body. I think that if we got you in a corset, it would really just nip that waist in and just really give you that hourglass shape. I mean, I do squats every day to get a butt like that, but a girl can dream, right?
Joanna, you're gorgeous, but I have a feeling you're shy. You seem very demure to me. And the body on you, listen, it's banging. But I think if we slip you into this corset, you're going to find a whole new Joanna. The boobs will be up. J-Lo will be jealous of your backside once we get you laced up in that corset. Ha! I love it, Joanna. I love you. Look at the difference in your body. Do you feel differently? Do you feel taller? Do you feel more elongated? Do you feel sexier? I can tell.
Joanna, right away I can tell that you feel better. I mean, you're smiling like ear to ear now. And I just have to say one thing. I mean, your chest looks amazing. I didn't know that you had those puppies underneath that tank top. I mean, you look great.
Joanna, thank you. I have 4 words for you. Voom. You look fantastic. And the color of that corset is beautiful for you. The ivory of the fabric against your beautiful coffee-colored skin. You look so damn sexy.